Good morning, students. Say your prayer. Thank you. நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்து முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்து முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்து முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். Okay, students. So take your social science book. Take page number 187. So today we will discuss about precipitation and rainfall. So first precipitation. So what do you mean by precipitation? Falling down of condensed water vapor in different form is called as precipitation. So already we have discussed about clouds. So clouds are nothing but the water vapor. So the condensed water vapor. So the water vapor, so because of sun's heat, so evaporate and formed like a cloud. So they condensed. So condensation means so the change of gas to liquid. So that condensed water vapor so return to earth in different form. So that is called as precipitation. So when the dew point is reached in the cloud, water droplets become saturated and start to fall. So dew point means so the temperature at which air get saturated. So that is the temperature at which air get completely wet. So that is called as dew point. So when it reach its dew point means so the cloud, so the cloud water droplets so start to fall. So hence they fall on the earth as precipitation. So they fall on earth in different form. So that is called as precipitation. So precipitation means nothing but so the falling down of condensed water vapor in different form is called as precipitation. So when the water droplets in the cloud reach its dew point means it becomes saturated and start to fall. So they fall on the earth as precipitation. So in last class we have discussed about clouds. So clouds, so nothing but visible accumulation of tiny water droplets or ice crystals in the atmosphere. So according to their height, so clouds can be classified into three types. So what are they? High cloud, middle cloud and low cloud. Then high cloud, so what are the clouds included? So the major types of high clouds are cirrus, cirrocumulus and cirrostratus. Then middle clouds, so the major types of middle clouds are altostratus, altocumulus, then nimbostratus. Then finally low clouds, so it includes stratocumulus, stratus, cumulus and cumulonimbus. So among these clouds, so which are included with the rainfall, which are associated with the rainfall? Nimbostratus and cumulonimbus, especially the nimbus clouds. So they are associated with rainfall. So based on the shape and structure, so the high cloud, middle cloud and low cloud are further classified into different types. So these are the things so we have discussed it in our previous class. Today's class we will discuss about precipitation first and then rainfall. So precipitation, so the factors so that influence the forms of precipitation. So the climatic condition or the factors that influence the forms of precipitation are temperature, altitude, cloud type, atmospheric condition and precipitation process. So precipitation, that is so the water vapor so after get condensed so come down to earth and different forms. So the factor so which influence the form of so different types of condensed water vapor were so temperature, altitude, cloud type, atmospheric condition, precipitation process. So the condensed water vapor so come down in earth in different forms. So the main forms of precipitation include drizzle, rain, sleet, snow, hail, etc. So the main form of precipitation, so the condensed water vapor so come down to earth, so comes down as drizzle, rain, sleet, snow, hail, etc. So we will discuss one by one. So the different forms of precipitation. So drizzle, rain, sleet, snow, hail, etc. So first drizzle. So drizzle nothing but so falling of numerous uniform minute droplets of water with a diameter of less than 0.5 millimeter. So the falling of numerous uniform minute droplets. So numerous uniform minute droplets of water with a diameter less than 0.5 millimeter is called drizzle from low clouds. So drizzles, they came from low clouds. Okay. So sometimes drizzles are combined with fog and hence reduce visibility. So sometimes drizzles combined with fog. So and they reduce visibility. So you can't see the objects. So before you, so at a particular distance, you can't see the objects, see the things. So the falling of numerous uniform minute droplets of water with the diameter less than 0.5 millimeter. So here, so the size of the water droplets is less than 5 millimeter. So sometimes the drizzles combine with the fog and reduce visibility. Then rain. So the well-known one. So the well-known form of precipitation. Rain is the most widespread and important form of precipitation in places having temperature above the freezing point. So rain is the most widespread and important form, so and a very well-known form of precipitation in places having temperature above the freezing point. It occurs only when there is abundant moisture in the air. So it occurs, so rainfall occurs only when there is abundant moisture in the air. So all the cloud won't give rainfall. Sometimes you may see the nimbus clouds so in your area, but sometimes they won't give rainfall. Because so the moisture in the air is not enough to bring the rainfall. So the diameter of a raindrop is more than 5 millimeter. So if you see the diameter of the drizzle, it is less than 0.5 millimeter. If you take the diameter of the raindrop, it is more than 5 millimeter. So rain is the most widespread and important form of precipitation in places having temperature above the freezing point. It occurs only when there is abundant moisture in the air. So rain occurs. So rainfall comes only when there is abundant moisture, when there is enough moisture in the air. So the diameter of the raindrop is more than 5 millimeter. Then sleet. Sleet refers to a precipitation in the form of pellets made up of transparent and translucent ice. So sleet refers to a precipitation. It is also a precipitation in the form of pellets. So made up of transparent and translucent ice. So this precipitation is a mixture of snow and ice. So sleet is a mixture of snow and ice. So transparent means, you can see through. So you can see the things. So through the raindrops. Then translucent means it allows light to pass through it. So if you see the drizzles when compared with the fog, it won't give clear sight. So it reduces visibility. But the sleet, so sleet is a mixture of snow and rain. But they are in the form of pellets. So like a droplets. So it is made up of transparent and translucent ice. So transparent, you can see through. So you can see through the ice crystals. Then it allows light to pass through it. So this precipitation, so sleet refers to a precipitation in the form of pellets made up of transparent and translucent ice. This precipitation is a mixture of snow and rain. Then snow. So snow is formed when condensation occurs below freezing point. So snow is formed when condensation. So condensation means from gas to liquid. So when condensation process occurs below the freezing point. It is the precipitation of opaque and semi-opaque ice crystals. So opaque means not clear enough to see through or allow light through. So opaque means so not clear enough. So it was not clear enough to see the object, to see the things, or won't allow the light to pass through it. When the ice crystals collide and stick together, it becomes snowflakes. So snowflake means a small soft piece of frozen water that falls from the sky. See, a small soft piece of frozen water. That is, the water become frozen, become freeze, and comes down to earth as a soft piece. So snow is formed when condensation occurs below freezing point. So when condensation occurs below the freezing point means, so the water vapor droplets come down as snow. It is the precipitation of opaque and semi-opaque ice crystals. So ice crystals only. They are nothing but, so snow is nothing but, so the ice crystals. So sleet also the ice crystals only. But they are transparent and translucent. But snow, they are opaque. Yeah. So when these ice crystals collide and stick together, it comes down as snowflakes. So hails. So hails are nothing but chunks of ice. So chunk means thick solid piece. Yeah. So hails are chunk of ice. So greater than 2 centimeter in diameter. Yeah. So the size of the hails are more than 2 centimeter in diameter, falling from the sky during a rainstorm or thunderstorm. Okay, so hails are the chunks of ice, yes, a solid piece of ice which are greater than 2 centimeter in diameter, falling from the sky during a rainstorm or thunderstorm. So hailstones are a form of solid precipitation where small pieces of ice fall downwards. Yeah, so hailstones are nothing but pieces of ice, yeah, so more than 2 centimeter in diameter, so fall downwards. So these are destructive and dreaded forms of solid precipitation because they destroy agriculture crops and human lives. Yeah, so they are destructive. Yeah, so because their size is more than 2 centimeter. Yeah, so when fall from cloud, so when fall from the sky means it may damage the agriculture crops or it may cause damage to human lives. Okay, so hails. So in Tamil they can say as alangatti. Okay, so hails are chunks of ice, so greater than 2 centimeter in size. Yeah, if you compare the other form of precipitation, so the size, yeah, so only the rainfall, so the diameter of the rainfall is more than 5 millimeter. It is millimeter only. But if you take the size of the hails, it is, so the diameter of the hails, it is more than 2 centimeter. Okay, so they are the form of solid precipitation where small pieces of ice fall downwards. So they are destructive and dead form of solid precipitation. So yeah, because they destroy agriculture crops and human lives, and also they cause damage to human properties. So we have discussed about the different form of precipitation. So precipitation, so nothing but the falling down of condensed water vapor in different form. Okay, then the factors influencing the precipitation. So what are the factors that influence the forms of precipitation? Yeah, temperature, altitude, cloud type, atmospheric condition, then precipitation process. Then what are the main forms of precipitation? Yeah, drizzle, rain, sleet, snow, hail. Okay, so next, rainfall. So rainfall is the most predominant type of precipitation. So there are different form of precipitation, but the most widespread and important form of precipitation is the rain. Yeah. So moisture laden air masses rise upward and forms clouds and bring rainfall. Yeah. So when rainfall occurs, yeah, when the moisture air, yeah, so rise upwards and form clouds, so they bring rainfall when there is the temperature above the freezing point. Yeah. So based on the mechanism of rising the air, there are 3 types of rainfall. Yeah. So rainfall is the most predominant form of precipitation. So moisture laden air. Yeah. So moisture air. Yeah. So like a laden. So move up. Yeah. And forms clouds and bring rainfall. So based on the mechanism of rising the air, yeah, so the air mass so get raised upwards and forms clouds. Yeah, so based on the mechanism of the rising air, there are 3 types of rainfall. So they are convectional rainfall, frontal or cyclonic rainfall, then orographic rainfall. Yeah, so based on the mechanism of the rising air, so the rainfall is divided into 3 types. So convectional rainfall, frontal or cyclonic rainfall, then orographic rainfall. So first, convectional rainfall. It is also called as 4 o'clock rainfall. Why means it occurs during the evening season. Yes, it occurs in evening season only. Yeah, so that's why it was called as convectional rainfall or 4 o'clock rainfall. So Earth's surface is intensely heated through solar radiation during the daytime. Yeah, so Earth's surface, the surface of the Earth during daytime, so get heated. So because of the sun rays, so the electromagnetic radiation emitted by the sun. Yeah, when the air near the surface, Earth's surface is heated, it rises and expands. Yeah, so when the air near the Earth's surface get heated means it rise. Yeah, so it rises upwards and expand. Yeah, this heating result in the formation of convectional air current. Yeah, so this heating, so the expansion, the rise and expand of air near the Earth's surface result in the formation of convectional air current. Thus, the ascending moist air cools and condenses and results in convectional rainfall. Thus, the ascending moist air, so the moisture ascend, that is move upwards, get cool and become condensed, and because of the condensation process result in convectional rainfall. So convectional rainfall occurs regularly in the equatorial region in the evening. So the 4 o'clock rainfall, you can see regularly in the equatorial region, especially in the evening time. So it is also experienced in tropical, subtropical and temperate regions in the summer month and on the warmer days. So the convectional rainfall, so convectional air current, you can often heard in news. So in Tamil we can say that Veppachalanam. Okay, so because of the heat, sun's heat, so the water vapor moves upward and form cloud. So at a particular point, so when it reaches the freezing point means it comes down to earth as rainfall in the evening time. This type of rainfall occurs in the equatorial region, especially in the tropical and subtropical region. In temperate region also you can experience in the summer month. So convectional or 4 o'clock rainfall. Earth surface is intensely heated through solar radiation during the daytime. Earth surface is getting heated continuously in daytime. So because of the solar radiation, when the air near the Earth surface is heated, it rise and expand. So this heating, this process of heating result is the formation of convectional air current. So thus the ascending moisture cools, condenses and results in convectional rainfall. So it occurs regularly in the equatorial region in the evening. Okay, ma? The next form of rainfall, cyclonic rainfall. So you often heard in news. So the cyclones formed in the coastal region, so formed in the Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, like that. No, so that also bring rainfall. So they give rainfall especially in the coastal region. So we get rainfall in the rainy season, so because of the formation of cyclones. So cyclonic precipitation occurs during cyclones when air masses are made to converge. So converge means so meet at same point. So when the air masses meet at a particular point and move upward, so that adiabatic cooling occurs. So the air masses made to meet. So the air masses so meet at a particular point and they rise upwards. So that adiabatic cooling occurs. So adiabatic means a process of condition in which heat does not enter or leave the concerned area. So the adiabatic means so heat does not enter or leave the place. So because of this cooling process, so the air masses get converge, so made to converge and move upwards. So cyclonic rainfall occurs in tropical as well as in the temperate region. So cyclones, so nothing but, so because of the high pressure, low pressure. So the cyclones, so at the center point you have low pressure, surrounding it was high pressure. So it forms like a coil of a snake. It rotates and move towards the continental area. So it move towards in any direction. So based on the rotation of earth. So cyclonic rainfall occurs in tropical as well as in temperate region. When warm and cold air masses converge, condensation and precipitation take place on the boundary between warm and cold air masses called as frontal rainfall. When warm and cold air, so warm air so comes from the so the area where temperature is more, then cold air, so where the temperature is low. So when the warm and cold air masses converge, so meet at a particular point means so condensation, that is gas to liquid process occur, and precipitation, so the solid form so comes down as liquid form. So this process takes place on the boundary so between the warm and cold air masses. So that is called as frontal rainfall. So when warm and cold air masses converge, so condensation and precipitation process takes place on the boundary between warm and cold air masses. That is called as frontal rainfall. So we have discussed two forms of rainfall. Convectional rainfall, it occurs due to the sun, so due to the heat, so solar radiation from sun. So cyclonic rainfall occur due to the formation of cyclones. Okay, so then the orographic rainfall or relief rainfall. Orographic rainfall, also called as relief rainfall, caused when the air is forced to rise against a high mountain. So orographic rainfall occur when the air is forced to rise against a high mountain. The mountain barriers lying across the direction of airflow forces the moisture-laden air to rise along the mountain slope. You can see in this picture. So already we have discussed this in the factors influencing the climate and weather. So mountain barrier. So the mountain acts as a barrier. Okay, so the mountain barriers lying across the direction of airflow forces the moisture-laden air to rise along the mountain slopes. So the moisture air rises along the mountain slope. So this results in the cooling of air, which leads to the formation of clouds and rain in the windward side. So the mountains, so they act as a barrier. So the mountains, so it forces the moisture-laden air to rise along the mountain slope on the one side. So that is in the windward side. So this rainfall is called as orographic rainfall. The side of the mountain facing the wind is called the windward side and receives heavy rainfall. It is called the rain-fed region. So the other side of the mountain that does not face the wind is called the leeward side. So if you see the mountain, so it acts as a barrier. One side it receives heavy rainfall, so that is the windward side, and the opposite side. So because the mountain won't allow the moisture air to cross it. So very rarely. That's why in the leeward side, in the opposite side, it get very low rainfall. So when compared to the rain-fed region. So that's why it was called as rain shadow region. So in India, so which is the wettest place? So which place of India receive more rainfall? Do you know? Masindram. So Masindram, it is a place in Meghalaya. So there is a state called Meghalaya. So a northeastern state. So Masindram is the wettest place of India, as it is located in the windward side of the Purvachal Hills. So the hill range in the Meghalaya was called as Purvachal Hills. So Masindram located in the windward side of the Purvachal Hills. While Shillong, so the capital city of Meghalaya, so lies on the leeward side and thus receive less rainfall. This is the same as in the case of Mumbai and Pune. So Mumbai, so it is in Maharashtra. So Mumbai located in the windward side of the Western Ghats. Okay, but Pune was located in the leeward side of the Western Ghats. So both are nearer city only. So but Mumbai receive more rainfall. So because it located in the windward side, but Pune so located in the leeward side of the Western Ghats. So that's why Mumbai get more rainfall, Pune receive less rainfall. Then last one, humidity. So humidity is an important aspect of the atmosphere because it affects both weather and climate. So humidity, important aspect of atmosphere, important process in atmosphere because it affects both weather and atmosphere. So what do you mean by humidity? The amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere is referred to as the humidity. So the amount of water vapor present in atmosphere is referred to the humidity. Humidity of the atmosphere is high when it has large quantities of water vapor. So the humidity so is high when it have large quantities of water vapor. So the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere is called absolute humidity. So the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere is called absolute humidity. So humidity is nothing but so the water vapor present in the atmosphere. So if you have more water vapor means you feel a cool climate. So the humidity content is less means so you feel hot. Okay, so when the relative humidity of the air is 100%, then the air is said to be saturated. So the saturated air, so saturated means completely wet. So the completely wet air absorb no water vapor. So the completely wet air will not absorb any more water vapor. So the humidity of the atmosphere is measured by a wet and dry bulb thermometer called hygrometer. Okay, so the humidity of the air can be measured by using a wet and dry bulb thermometer, which was also called as hygrometer. So normally, so absolute humidity is expressed in terms of grams of water vapor present per cubic meter of air. So absolute humidity is expressed in terms of grams of water vapor present per cubic meter of air. At the same time, relative humidity is expressed in percentage. So the percentage, that is the amount of water vapor in atmosphere, is expressed as percentage. Okay, ma? Okay, students, so we have completed the lesson, the third lesson in geography, atmosphere. So we discussed about the atmospheric layers, then the factors affecting climate and weather. Then we discussed about the wind. So the wind means nothing but the horizontal movement of air along the surface of the earth. Then the 4 types of wind: planetary wind, periodic wind, variable wind, then local wind. Then we discussed about the clouds. So based on the height, so the clouds are classified into 3 types: high cloud, middle cloud, then low cloud. Then precipitation, that is the falling down of condensed water vapor in different form. So the main forms of precipitation includes drizzle, rain, sleet, snow, hail, etc. We discussed one by one. So about drizzle, rain, sleet, snow, hail, etc. Then we discussed about rainfall. So the most predominant type of precipitation. So based on the mechanism of the rising air, so the rainfall is divided into 3 types. So convectional rainfall or 4 o'clock rainfall. Then cyclonic rainfall or frontal rainfall. Third one, orographic rainfall or relief rainfall. Then finally about humidity, that is the amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere. Okay, ma? So if you have any doubt in this lesson, so please contact me. Okay, ma? So good. So next, note down your homework. Take page number 190. So mark the 8th question. 8th question, what are the different types of rainfall? So page number 188. See the heading rainfall. In that, the third line, so based on the mechanism of rising the air, there are 3 types of rainfall: convectional rainfall, frontal or cyclonic rainfall, or orographic rainfall. Then 9th question, write a short note on A, drizzle, B, rain. So just 2 enough. Now here page number 188. So the top one, so the first paragraph. So falling of numerous uniform mini droplets of water with the diameter of less than 0.5 millimeter is called the drizzle from low clouds. Sometimes drizzles are combined with the fog and hence reduce visibility. Then B, rain. Next heading. Rain is the most widespread and important form of precipitation in places having temperature above the freezing point. It occurs only when there is abundant moisture in the air. The diameter of a raindrop is more than 5 millimeter. So mark it and write it. So thank you. So if you have any doubt in this lesson, please contact me. Thank you. Have a nice day.